Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. As you might guess from the title, this is my semi-secret long-haul design. This is the Russian A-32 Tier 4 Premium Medium Tank. Now, I've been working on this off and on, and one of the results from my detailed analysis of turret rotation and other related studies, I upgraded my A-32, which you see here. And that also means I had to do analysis on the commander and the effect of the different skills that the commander had. So when I was working on matches, and I ran matches with both Bernie and Brownie, and there was information that I got from them comparatively that helped me formulate this. So only the people who are watching this video have access to the secret weapon that you're about to see. And I have a game for you to show you just what kind of a devastating weapon this can be. But you're going to have to set it up correctly, and correctly does include basically 8 skills for your commander. Now if you don't have 8, I'll go through and show you the ones you need to have, basically from 1 to 8 in the order that will be the most helpful to you for the most part. There's always exceptions. And if you want to do it yourself, that's fine. Find out the hard way like I learned. That's okay too. But I've already done that work and I'm going to help you out. So it would be real nice if you could help leave a like for this video. Now we're going to continue with this guy and look at this tank. So let's go into the garage. Ta-da! The real basic understanding will help you. So this A-32 is a medium tank, but it's a high-speed medium tank with an inaccurate gun. So you're not going to play this like a regular crawling medium tank. You play it like a light tank that has extra armor. And that's where this thing really goes berserk. So what we do is we have to recognize something that's very important. Your number one attribute of this tank, if you're not sure what that is, well, let me ask you the question. What do you think the number one attribute of your tank is? Good answer. If you said, well, it's my speed, you would be correct. If you said, well, no, clearly it's my gun, well, sadly, that's second correct. It's less correct than the speed. The speed is your number one asset. What the speed and mobility does is allows you to avoid taking damage. And if you avoid taking damage, you can annihilate with any gun. It doesn't really matter what gun you have. You just can't afford to sit still and trade shots. So your speed is your number one weapon. Your number one rule: keep on the move unless you have a really good reason not to be moving. Because this is going to give you the opportunity to make shot after shot after shot. And if you're moving, your opponent has a much greater chance of missing you. And that's the key. So we want to be fast. What does that mean? That means we need traction speed. Now you're like, well, why don't we have the powertrain for extra speed? Good question. Because we have other things we need as well. So we need speed, got traction, check. We also need defensive ability, because guess what? You can do anything you want if you never get hit by an enemy bullet. Problem is, you're going to get hit by an enemy bullet. As Mike Tyson would say, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the nose. You're going to get punched in the nose, so don't get punched in the nose. And if you do, advanced armor will help you deflect some of that damage. It's minus 5% on damage received, which is fantastic. Now, at this point, what about our gun? Well, our gun needs reload help. Bingo. And then that leaves one slot available in the equipment. I choose the fan because the fan affects your accuracy of your gun. It affects the reload of your gun. It affects your vision range. It affects your turret rotation. These are all monster huge. So these things are important. The fan affects them. The enhanced rations affects them exactly the same, but it's a different one. So you can have these two stacking. And then in our commander, we're going to use the Born Leader. It's the same exact effect as the fan and the enhanced rations, and they stack. So I have all three of those. So what does this mean? That means we have an accuracy of dun, 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 0.40. That's terrible. Wait a second. There's something wrong here. That's not maximum. What's wrong with this picture? The maximum, or the best it can get, is 0.35. So there's something weird going on. What is missing here? Let's go check this commander. What a shocker. Reload, yes. That is the problem. We have a boo-boo. Hey, boo-boo boy. We're missing steady aim is what we're missing here. All right. Well, that's fantastic. And when I say fantastic, I don't mean fantastic. All right, but that's okay. We're going to teach you something here as a result of when I swapped the commander skills. This was the closest to what I wanted. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. We're going to fix this, and you're going to learn something while we do it, which is awesome. Okay, so what we need to do, I've already done the analysis on this kind of stuff. The thing we can most afford to lose. Let's go through this. Got to have it. Born Leader affects reload, affects accuracy, which I don't have, affects turret rotation. So, gotta have it. This is armor angling, minus 5% damage. This goes with the advanced armor, so you have minus 5 plus minus 5 equals minus 10%. Awesome. Rapid aim makes your turret rotate faster. You need it for this tank. It's fast. Controlled impact. This is defense against ramming and also defense when you ram them. So you're going to take less damage or do more damage when you ram people. Run and gun. Accuracy during motion. Pain tolerance helps prevent your crew from being knocked out. Snapshot is the least valuable of all of these attributes on this tank. Now, there's another tank I use this on, and it's very valuable. But on this tank, it's not that great. So this is what we're going to get rid of. We're going to keep these other 7, and we're going to swap in the steady aim, which I'll show you right here. This is what we're missing, steady aim. We'll take care of that. Now, let me show you. If you look down here, accuracy during rotation, right underneath the turret rotation speed. Our turret rotation is a maximum 54.82. That's as good as it gets. Accuracy during rotation, this says 1.83, so it'll go up slightly. It's not a big deal. When we remove the accuracy during rotation. All right. And we'll just put it back in when we get our 9th skill. I'm telling you, I've run this with a 0.4 accuracy on the gun. It's not good. That's really bad. So anyway, we want reload. We want steady aim. This gives you accuracy. After you have those two, we're going to put in Born Leader, because the Born Leader affects the other two. Now here I like to go and put in defensive armor for your commander. This is armor angling. We also need, it's tomato. I prefer putting in the rapid aim, which is right here with the lightning bolt. Also, we need run and gun. This is an accuracy thing. Then from here, I want to go to pain tolerance. We're going to put in pain tolerance for our crew. And then we're going to add, geez, what the heck was the other one? They'll come to me. All right, ramming. Actually, ramming. It's tomato. Yeah, I think pain tolerance is bigger than ramming protection. Ram protection could be, it could be ram. At this position, I'd say ram protection or accuracy during rotation. It's tomato. It's up to you. I prefer the ram, but that's just me. You could definitely go with accuracy during rotation, snapshot, and that'd be fine. So it gets down to the 8th slot, and it's a choice of those two. Now, you'll notice I don't use 6th Sense because it doesn't work. It doesn't help you. It's a crutch. Oh, this light came on. That means that, you know, I'm spotted. Yeah, if you can't guess that you're being spotted, if you're not suspicious of it, you're really not paying attention. It's a crutch, and what does it do? Look at this. I have these 8 killer commander skills, and that's just one more. You see what happens is it starts crowding you out of important combat skills. So if you rely upon 6th Sense, you're not making the best of your commander because you're relying on a crutch. You need to get rid of the crutch, and it's going to be a little bit difficult for a couple of 3 weeks. But once you get access to the advanced performance of these higher level commanders with the 7th, 8th, and 9th skills, you're going to realize I'm doing you a favor by helping you remove this crutch that's holding you back, and it is holding you back. So that's my advice to you there. So this dude now is ready to go. All right, that's fantastic. So I'm going to show you a game I played a couple hours ago, I guess, to give you an idea of the potential. And this is not by any stretch my best game. It's a very good game, but it's not my best. So you're going to see a great game, but not one that's, you know, representing the apex. You can get better than what I'm going to show you, but what I showed you, you're going to go, I'll take that anytime, man. It's that good. Welcome to Serene Coast. Now, this is a fairly quick match, and this is an ideal example of long-haul gold. Not the kind you get from the cards, but, you know, figurative gold. This is a short match, under 4 minutes. And the results, well, it's pretty spectacular. So what I'm doing here is I'm just scanning opportunity. I'm looking for opportunities to have potential scoring situations, one-on-one primarily, because my speed is 80. And that means I have monster abilities other tanks cannot handle very well. Good driving, right? Martyr 2, well, a sniper, he has no shot. That was cakewalk. There's another lightweight. Goodbye, M3 Lee. I'm sorry, M3 Stewart. Here, the artillery is there. I mean, it's a target of opportunity. Easy money. He's so easy money, I'm not even going to shoot him. I'm going to shoot the guy that's the threat. And that is the Lago. That artillery has literally no chance against my speed. Now the Lago is gone. Adios, muchacho. You guys trying to take my kill. I'm blocking that guy from taking my kill. Look, fresh meat. Honor. What a good tank. Too bad he's fresh meat to me. Goodbye. This is a very ho-hum. Yeah, well, you know, I'm just driving around doing business. This is not even super exciting. Panzer B2 is kind of a pain. This gun is not great against the Panzer B2. It's okay, but it's not super awesome. So, you know, you got to recognize your strengths and your weaknesses. Panzer B2, it's okay, but if I'm under threat with multiple guys, I'm not targeting him first. But that ramming was nice. So that's why I get the ram help. I mean, that guy, you know, made a good shot. I had damage from multiple encounters. I can live with that. And you'll see why I say that when this is over. It isn't going to last much longer. It's 12-4. That was a real solid example. And in the long haul perspective, this thing is an absolute beast. Now, with the pirate items, when you earn 35,000 or more, those are just almost a guarantee every match. So this one has been tremendous for earning silver, getting those pirate commanders and inscriptions and emblems. And that translates into long haul glory. Perfect. Okay. There you go. That was one of the easiest 1800 damage performances you have ever seen. It was a ho-hum. Oh, I just, you know, nothing special. And here we are at the end of game screen. And as you can see, I killed 4 guys, 1800 damage, a little bit of assistance, not much. What did that get me? 55,000 silver and 28,000 commander points. Now that's jackpot. That was, I think, had a 4 times. Did it have a 4 times booster? It might have. It might have just been the regular, actually. I think it was regular. I think that's no booster. 6 detections as well, also best in game. So that was fantastic. But look at that time, 3 minutes and 40 seconds. This is this is a long haul friend. So we searched for a match, got into the match, executed the match, and we're out of the match. All of that in under 5 minutes. You do the math, that's 12 an hour. Now, they're not all this short, but a short game like that means you're going to get 8, 9, 10 matches an hour, depending on how often you get a match like this. But you get a couple of these, you're going to do quite well per hour. Medals, bunch of common medals. Bruiser for knocking out crew and modules. Fire for effect, doing more damage than your hit points. High caliber, you're the #1 damage dealer. the fighter, you get it for killing 4 or 5. If you kill 6, you get the top gun. That's the connection. And a second class badge. I don't have a first class badge. I don't have an ace on this tank because ace is up there. I've scored 2,700 damage in this tank, and that didn't get me an ace. So who knows? I'm working on it. We'll see what happens. Scoreboard. Well, you already saw that, but it was a killer game. And it was super easy. That wasn't difficult at all. We didn't have anybody attacking us to speak of. I was the guy that was the chaos stirrer, not somebody else, where I was reacting to them having to go and stop a guy from killing artillery, for example. So basically, from their perspective, this fat light tank came in, tortured their team, butchering 4 guys in the process. What a horrible defensive assessment you'd have to give that team. They were just horrible on defense. I rolled right up without any trouble at all. So their defense was very bad. It was great for me, though. So there you go. Now, of course, that commander is a 3-star commander. I didn't mention that, but I should have mentioned it. And that's the key. 3-star commander with this Tier 4 premium tank. Now, this tank costs 2,500 gold in the tech tree premium tanks all day, every day. Not a problem. It's a beast. It makes a lot of long haul match qualifications. Makes a lot of silver. Does a lot of damage. Makes a lot of kills. So, like I said, this is one of the advantages that you guys get. This is one of my personal long haul machines. When I showed this to Brownie and he got it, he said, "Wow, this is totally worth it." And I said, "Well, thank you." So he's been using this to that advantage as well. And the only thing better than running one of these tanks is running 2 or 3 of them. They're nasty. These dudes are nasty. And the other thing is, when you're bumped up into a Tier 5 match, well, you're not an automatic bum tank. You're I'm in Tier 5. Well, I'm just going to go light tank mode with armor. So you don't have to worry about killing more advanced tanks necessarily. You still can do that. But you're less offensively minded by power of gun. But your ability to use your speed, spot, and assist tanks is still outstanding. That's the key. And if you ever get lucky enough to get on Prokhorovka, the ultimate spotting map, Jackpot City. Brownie and I were there with the 2 of us in A-32s, and it was nasty for us. We did great. And that's the thing. It gives your tank an automatic 2 extra light tanks that nobody else is going to have, except people who watch my videos, because nobody else has figured this out. This is a light tank concept, but put on a super fast tank. Now, you could do a similar thing, but it's not as effective for the Tier 8 Barask. The Tier 8 Barask has a top speed of 75, but it has a 2-shot autoloader, and that gun is weak in the context of being very offensive. But it's a great spotting tank. So you can take this same general idea, put it on that Tier 8 Barask, and you can be very effective even in Tier 10 matches. In fact, I had a Tier 10 match in my Barask where I spotted over 2,000 damage in that match. So I'm telling you, this concept is universal and works when you have medium tanks that are fast, because the extra armor that you get as a medium tank combined with the armor of the advanced armor and the armor angling makes you more of a long-term annoyance than your standard light tank. So that pretty much covers the secret weapon for long hauls that you can use if you have this tank. And if you don't have it, well, it gives you something to think about. So that really covers the whole thing. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please remember to leave a like for it. That would help me out a lot. Tell your friends, give them a chance to see this weapon in action. That way they'll have a chance to like and or subscribe as well. So I look forward to seeing you guys again in another video. Remember, Halloween is upcoming. It's going to be fantastic. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video.